think I'm going to do this fabric, and then I've got this really cool kind of vintage embroidery trim that I'm going to put on the top of that. Okay, so I have my loop at the top, and I'm going to take my fabric that's cut to already like the 1.5 inches wide for this paper clip, and then just loop that in, and I want a gap at the top and at the bottom. So get that adjusted. Okay, there we go. Trim that off. Now this time, instead of using the glue stick, because I'm working with fabric, I'm going to go ahead and use the tacky glue. These can be a little bit addictive. I'll just tell you that to start off with. So you just know that you're warned, that you may be getting into something here that you're not going to get out of real easily. So I try not to buy a whole lot of new stuff for this, but sometimes you just can't help yourself. All right, so now that I've got this vintage trim that I want to use on here, and I want that at the front. So I cut it about halfway on this. And I'm going to glue this, the starting edge, the leading edge, the back edge, and the side pieces. Then you have to decide top or bottom, which is the top, which is the bottom, and does it really matter? So I'm going to loop that. Okay, I like that. Now, I dug in my stash, and I had this a head pin and some little seed beads. Again, these were probably from an estate sale or garage sale or something. They've been around for a while anyway. And so I've got a little red bead, this little turquoise bead. I think that was actually from Walmart, and another little red bead. And these little pliers that make, they're rounded pliers. So I'm going to bend that just a little bit, and then I'm going to round that. Before I close it off and clip it completely, I am going to, let me go ahead and clip it. Make sure I don't lose my bead here. All right, let me adjust that. Round that off. Now I can close it up. So you have to yell at me and tell me whenever I get out of the frame. Get your hand back in the frame. I can't see what you're doing. Okay, so there's that. And then I found this little turquoisey looking thing. Looks like maybe a little piece of brain laying there or something. Okay, so the other thing I have is I have this little sack full of, I guess it's like necklace cord or something. This also came from Walmart. I've got it in orange, and you know, the tendency would be to do it in a really neat way, but I'm not going to, just so you know. And I'm going to start it off. This is on the back side. I'm going to start it with some tacky glue. And again, you could use hot glue. And then there you'd be. All right, and I'm going to kind of lap that down and then do it at an angle so it crosses back over that end like that, so I catch that end. And I don't want to cover up my point completely, and I think I actually want to bring one of these back. Do I want to bring that back over? I think I just like it like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip that off and glue that one down. There. Make sure that's caught. Okay, and I like that, but I think I want to hang one more thing down the center of that, on the front of that. Okay, I have a few more beads from my stash, and that's not from my mustache, it's just my bead stash. So I'm going to go ahead and, before I round this off, I'm going to go ahead and clip that extra. Hold on to that so it doesn't fly over and hit the cat. And use my little round nose pliers to make a little loop. And then so now my question is, and y'all need to tell me what you think, because I can change this. I'm trying to decide whether to put this at the bottom, like that, or hang it at the top. So right now, my tendency is to want to hang it at the top and let it hang off of that loop. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then you can let me know in the comments if you think it ought to go at the bottom as an extra dangle. Whoops. Let's open that up just a little bit so I can get a hold of it. There we go. Make sure I'm on the front side, at least to start off with, because it'll loop to the back. So, not watching. There we go. Close that little gap so it doesn't come off. Make sure I'm closed. There we go. All right. So there it is, looped to the front, and I may just need to put something else at the bottom, one more thing at the bottom. I don't know. Maybe I don't like this. Oh well, y'all let me know what you think, since I'm having a hard time making the decision, but it feels like it needs one more something at the bottom.